we go.
That's a fucking healthy pour. Thank you, sir.
I'm fucking ready.
Problem and clock started. Welcome back, you motherfuckers.
It's good to be back, you
It is good to be back, yeah, man. You're getting comments. There was like doppelganger shit on your thing. Like you look like Dale Earnhardt.
Some thank you and some fuck you. That bucktooth, fucking samurai looking dude.
Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go on our YouTubes and look at the comments. And there's some doppelgangers for Jack because he said he doesn't have any.
So one of them was Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, which, I mean, thank you.
Thank you, yeah. The other one was a good one.
The guy from Viking?
No, it was Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Junior, yeah. I mean, he looked like Junior.
Thank you. We could... my wife's a fan of Charlie Hunnam. So
there you go.
If she calls me Charlie in bed, I'll be mad, but whatever, I'll take it.
Cheers, brother.
Yep, here we go.
Back to it, man. This is the coolest job that we have.
This is more fun than my day job for those of you who work with me and don't know. I can't drink and do my day job.
Yeah, it could be a lot more fun.
But Dad.
Do you want to shamelessly promote us here today?
Yeah, so YouTube Shattered Wisdom, keep it up,
yes,
folks. I was talking to Lance, and my shout out Lance, my Rod Buster foreman today.
Oh, hello, Rod Buster foreman.
He was like, dude, you been getting some more likes on your YouTube videos? Well, I was like, yeah, why? He goes, I subscribe.
Yeah?
You're my number one short that pops up on my feed.
Hell yeah.
And every time you guys get a new video up, I watch it and I like it. So
thanks, Lance.
Shout
we appreciate
out to you, Lance. You're doing things right.
Yeah, we are growing popularity on your job site.
we are, and it's okay. I'm fine with it.
All right, if you guys get 2 more people to subscribe to this podcast, I'll come do a pizza party for you.
Oh, there we go.
Or a whiskey party. I don't know, whatever you guys will do. I'll bring a cooler full of hopes.
Yeah, there we go. They'll do that for sure. Yeah. Instagram, Shattered Wisdom Podcast, of course. I am Shattered Wisdom _Jack, and he is Shattered Wisdom _Jerett.
Yes.
And shatteredwisdom.com and shatteredwisdompodcast.com.
Yes, which we don't get enough traffic there, so I don't know if JJ's going to keep the websites or what her plan is. We got to pay for that shit, and it's not very much traffic goes there. We don't, I mean, like a lot of it goes to our social medias and not so much to our website.
We should, probably put the kibosh on them because now you can do everything on Instagram.
Yeah, now websites are kind of, unless you're, looking for the hub or something. I mean, everything else is done on social media.
You're lonely looking for singles in your area.
Yeah. If you're one of those, you know how to use the internet, so go to our website, piece of shit. But, but everybody else, just get us on the socials, man. You want to pull a question today?
I do.
Let's see who else we've got in this box. I got a message from our friend Tina, and she said, "Oh, you finally pulled my question." And I said, "Yep, finally. Love you. Thank you."
Yeah. How long has it been in there?
Probably for a while.
We saw Teresa.
Yeah,
told her I pulled her question. She's good.
Did you?
Yeah, she's great. All right. Oh, dang it. It's Teresa again.
Ooh. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah. What item?
Here we go. This is one that JJ wanted us to pull. That laugh right there? Oh, man. Here we go.
What item can you tell the difference between name brand and generic?
Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Like fake sodas, they're always off a little bit.
Chocolates too for me because I love chocolate so much. You'll get some and it's just like this tastes
like chalky,
chalky and weird. Yeah. That for sure for me.
Yeah. And growing up as a kid, I used to drink RC Cola. Like fucking all the cheap stuff that you could get. That's what we had, and not that I don't, enjoy reliving my childhood, but if I don't have to drink RC Cola, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, and back then you didn't care. It was close enough, and it was soda.
Yeah.
And soda for me was always a treat.
Yeah.
So like if it was RC Cola or Pepsi or Coke or Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb, I didn't care.
No, didn't matter. Now that I've got some money, though,
I'll spend the extra 79 cents.
On the 12-pack.
On the 12-pack and upgrade to the real deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No answer on that from her?
No, she did not answer. We'll have to tell her moving forward, Mrs. Collins, you need to answer your own question.
You know what else, too, though? Like designer clothes, they don't fit the same. Like, if you buy a knockoff, they never are the same. They like I'm a big dude. So if I get a shirt that's like a 2 or 3X from here, no problem. If I get one off Amazon, like it's a medium.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, do they have a 12X on their fucking website?
And for ladies,
oh yeah,
all of them are like a size 8 in a Gap or a Levi or a whatever other Abercrombie and Fitch. They're all different.
Oh yeah,
an 8 is not the fucking same.
No. Yeah, depending on where you go, and I mean the same could be true in like t-shirts and flannels and things like that. Like I got from my dad's closet one of his sweaters. It's a flannel, and it might be what's the popular one? Not Carhartt. It might be a Carhartt. And it's an extra large, and it fits me.
Yeah.
You know, and it fit my dad big. You know, my dad wasn't a ginormous guy. I mean, he wasn't a small guy, but that was the the only thing from his whole collection of shit that I can fit into. I even took a cowboy hat, man, that's too small, and I don't think I can get it stretched big enough to fit my head. Because, you know, skinny me, we all have small heads in my family. Like, I try to put on my old Navy ball caps, dude, and I was like 6 3/4. I'm like 7 3/4 now. like I got a big fucking head now, dude. So you know, being fat and shit, my face is, you know, bigger, so my head's bigger, and you know, if I can lose weight, which is kind of going to tie into the topic of what we got today, but if I can do that and fit into some of his stuff, that'd be ideal.
Well, let's fucking go.
I have been working out with Jeremy.
Good.
In the garage.
Good.
Got the gym set up. That piece of shit makes me work out 3 times a day. We're going to jump it to 5 now.
3 times a day or 3 times,
3 times a week?
I was like, God damn, son.
Jeremy doesn't have time for that. I have time for that. Yeah, I can hit all the muscle groups in a day.
It's a total bottle workout every day.
Yeah, so we were doing 3 days a week, man. We were doing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But yeah, man, and so what we're talking about today is actually what I'm going to be looking into, because it's the second part of working out, right? Right. This is healthy eating and healthy eating in a junk food world.
Oh yeah.
So junk food is very easily accessible.
Oh, it's fucking everywhere.
I mean, like on every corner. Mm-hmm. I've never been to a place in the world, and I've been around the whole fucking world, that doesn't have a McDonald's.
You'd be hard pressed to find. You got to go to some remote villages.
You got to go like fucking way off the grid, because McDonald's is fucking everywhere. And some of their sauces are different, some of the things are different. But I mean, it's the same thing. You get a Big Mac with cheese, or you know, quarter pounder with cheese, whatever the case. You get it here, you get it in Thailand, you get it in Singapore, you get it in Malaysia. I mean, it's fucking everywhere. Yep. And if you tell me that like it's easier to eat healthy than it is to eat junk food, I'm gonna call you a liar.
Oh yeah,
because it's too convenient.
It's too convenient too. But the other thing too is junk food lasts forever.
Right.
You can go to our pantries. We don't have a lot of junk food in our pantry. We got some chips. We got crackers and granola bars and quick grab stuff like that for lunches and things like that. But if you really look at that stuff, it'll last fucking forever because of all the ingredients in it. And America, we often get criticized about it. We're all terrible about it, that we really have all this processed food, but it's because they load up the shelves in the store, and it's going to sit for forever, and you can buy... You think about it, there's 3 people that live in your home.
Right.
You go to Costco, and you buy a 96-pack of granola bars.
Yeah.
How fast you can eat 96 granola bars? In a month?
Yeah.
That'd be every single one of you ate a granola bar
every
a day.
You'd have to eat them every day.
Religiously.
Yeah. And the thing about... So here's always been my thing about healthy eating, we'll call it, is it gets boring. Mm-hmm. But I'm not at a point where I know... Because I don't do research, right? I don't want to look things up, and I don't know macros, and I don't know all these things. Sure. And I know there's a ton of places out there that you could probably find the information for these things. But when I look at it, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to have chicken and rice, I'm going to want to put this on it, or I'm going to want to do this, right? So I'm sure that boiled chicken and rice is probably your best fucking bet, you know, if in the terms of you want to build muscle and all these things, I'm sure. But at that point, you're eating just to feed yourself, not because you enjoy it.
Right. So there's a lot of... It's funny you mentioned that, too, because there's a lot of, like, bodybuilders, and they're like, I'm sick of eating.
Right.
And these guys that are professional bodybuilders, I got to eat 8,000 calories a day.
Can you imagine? Healthy. You have to eat 800 8,000 healthy calories a day.
Yeah.
That's all day long.
So they have a program, and they're doing that. They're eating, like, I eat 7 eggs for breakfast. I eat this, then I eat 4 chicken breasts, and then by 8 o'clock, now I'm on my second round of beef, and this, and like, I'm just sick of eating.
Right. And I mean, the results are there. I mean, the guys who are doing that are ginormous.
Sure.
But there's got to be a happy medium. There has to be, right? Like, and I get it. Like, there has to be people who are extreme one way and extreme the other, because otherwise we'd all be the same and we'd have nobody to make fun of. So we're all, we're all in our own fucking baskets doing our own things, man. And for me, I never wanted to be like David Goggins. Like, I don't want to do that.
No.
I have zero desire to do that. That sounds fucking terrible. But I also don't want to be like these big ginormous fucking meatheads. I would be somewhere in the middle, and there are very vast fucking differences between those. And I think if you can find a spot in the middle where you're happy, that's all that matters. Like, you're happy, right? And I don't give a fuck who you are. You're never happy.
Oh, no, you always seek perfection.
Yeah, you will always seek perfection. So there's always something you can do, something you should have done, blah, 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 blah. Down the road, you're going to be like, I should have done this before. I should have this. I should have that. But at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to be happy with your results. And so don't think that this podcast is out to shame anybody, because you guys have seen us. Jack's in shape and I'm not, so I don't really, but it's taking the right steps in the right direction to live a long life, right? Because I don't want to die anytime soon. I don't want to live to 300, but I don't want to die at 40, so there's a medium in there where you need to take care of yourself a certain amount to be able to live healthy, to not have to fucking have all these problems, and you just got to find it.
You're right. And so it's funny, we'll go back a couple minutes. You made a very funny statement where one of the items we have on the board here is sugar is in everything.
Yeah.
So you said, I'm eating boiled chicken and rice. Well, I want to put this on it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have this misnomer about, like, salad. Oh, this salad's really healthy.
Yeah.
You're right. The vegetables are really healthy. Did you look at how much sugar is in the fucking salad dressing?
Have you seen Farmer Boys does salads?
Yeah.
They are 12 to 1,800 calorie salads.
Yeah, some of their salaries are more than
their burgers, bro.
Yes, their salads. Sorry, their salaries. Their salads are more than their burgers, more than their fried shit.
Yeah.
But you think about it, like, kids love ketchup.
Right.
Yeah, I want ketchup on everything. You know why? It's full of fucking sugar.
Full of sugar, yeah.
So that's the other thing, too, is that people fall into this misnomer of it's a vegetable, it's a salad, it's a something, it's got to be good for me.
Yeah.
It is, until you add all this other shit on top of it.
Yeah.
I used to work for a company, and it was owned by a Seventh-day Adventist, and there were a lot of Seventh-day Adventists that worked there.
Okay.
Seventh-day Adventists, if they follow their religious beliefs, are vegetarian.
Strictly vegetarian. Okay.
They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't swear, I'd
get kicked out.
Yeah, I mean, at one, I couldn't even. They'd be like, don't even, no.
Like, don't even, just walk away.
But no caffeine, no tobacco, no meat. There were some people that worked there that were 300 pounds.
Yeah.
And we went to lunch one day, and I'm like, I got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And we get to lunch, and this guy gets a salad and a cheese pizza.
Uh-huh.
And the salad is covered in cheese.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a 1/4 inch of shredded cheese and dressing. And I went,
makes more sense.
And he's drinking Diet Mountain Dew.
Right.
Like, he's got a 2-liter of Diet Mountain Dew. You're right. There's
like a liter of cola.
Oh, yeah, a liter of cola. There's no fucking calories in it, and there's no sugar in it, but there's also nothing natural.
There's nothing else in it. There's nothing good in it.
It's antifreeze. If you wouldn't know any difference, it's fucking antifreeze. And it's all this chemical shit that's in our food.
It's a chemical compound of shit that they put together to appease people so they can drink not regular soda.
Oh, yeah. But it was wild to see that, too. And I'm like, if you're just eating plants and vegetables and fruit and stuff.
If I give up meat and all the things that I like and I still gain weight, I'm going to be so fucking pissed off, dude. Like, but, so my doctor says, like, even Ozempic, he's like, it's not going to stop you from eating that cookie.
Right.
You have to have the willpower to put that shit down.
Right.
And that's kind of, what we're going to get into with all this shit, but, like, junk food is and it's in your face. It's commercials. It's halftime shows. It's fucking halftime shows sponsored by Pepsi. You know, and it's fucking all these dudes have all this fucking money to push that shit in your face. But like, who's mitigating that, right? So tobacco can't advertise on NASCAR anymore. Yep. They used to be a big sponsor of NASCAR, and fuck everybody who raced anything that was redneck shit. Like fucking,
dude, I can play the Marlboro commercials. The Marlboro Man.
Yeah, the fucking Camel dude.
Camel, dude, Camel like, Joe.
Yeah, you used to get Camel bucks, dude. You could buy fucking everything.
I used to keep Camel Cash. I smoked Camel Lights.
Yeah.
And I kept Camel Cash, and I had a whole bunch of it. And everybody was like, you shouldn't really spend that because you're going to go on a list.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh.
But they sent you a catalog with everything that you could buy with your cigarette fucking dollars.
Yeah. Came off everywhere. It was ridiculous.
Dude, I had a buddy whose dad would smoke fucking pack a night, 2 packs a night, and he had everything. He had the fucking leather jacket. He had all the fucking poster of the fucking Camel smoking and shit. Like, it used to be fucking cool to smoke.
Oh, but remember in the 50s, the propaganda in the 50s was that smoking was healthy.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of things that doctors said, like this cures the flu and this and this, that, right? And it was big money backing it.
Oh, 100%.
They had everybody in their pocket. They had, FDA and governors and fucking all these people, and like a lot of people think corruption started recently. Like, no. Corruption's been going on forever.
You've been indoctrinated.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, you talk about pushing.
Yeah.
Like, people with big money can push this stuff. Yeah. But you got to think, too, I got a note up here, food is love.
Right.
Right? So, whenever somebody passes away, everybody brings meals.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody dies, like, you get loaded up with food.
Yeah, that's the first thing that people bring you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they want to take care of you. When you go to your mom's house, when I go to my parents' house, my mom, have you had enough to eat?
Right.
Are you eating? So even if it's healthy, there's still always food.
Well, and when you tell somebody, and if you've never heard this out there, I don't know where the fuck you're eating, but when you tell somebody that their food is good, their cooking is good, they say it's because it's made with love.
Yeah, it's made with love.
Yeah, it's a special ingredient.
But Kendra, she's like, one of my love languages is to cook.
The girl can cook her ass off.
And she can. It's fantastic. Keep speaking the language, babe.
Give it to her. Yeah, she can cook.
But she can cook really well. But she's like, I like when people are like, oh my God, that was so good. Oh, this was so good. But think too, like, if you come into work and you feel in a good mood, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy donuts.
Right.
And you come in with a dozen or 2 dozen donuts, and everybody's like, oh, fuck yeah, you brought donuts.
Everybody's excited.
They're excited. You might as well bring in a birthday cake.
It's the fucking equivalency.
It's frosted dough. And we have somehow convinced ourselves, like, oh yeah, we can eat this for breakfast. This is a good idea.
Yeah.
But you don't come in and go, hey man, I got a veggie tray.
Yeah. No.
Everyone's doing a great job. I bought you all a veggie tray. They'd be like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah. Are we a problem?
Yeah. Is there something going wrong? But you got to think too, we reward our children with sweets.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Like
our
girls,
grab a piece of candy.
Hey, you did a great job today. You want to go get ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then it becomes this treat, and you form this ideology or this opinion
that it's a reward.
It's a reward, and I can treat.
I deserve this because and that's how that shit gets ingrained in you, especially young. Yeah. Like, oh hey, it's a this, and you did well, and we got your report card. We're gonna go out for ice cream. That is your reward for being good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe we should normalize giving our kids money instead of sugar. like, hey, you did a good job. Here's your paycheck.
But you think, too, in schools, like, oh, pizza party.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Why? Because it's $10.
Yeah, because it's cheap and easy.
Costco, how much is a pizza at Costco now? $12.50 for a lunch?
I have no idea. I never bought one.
Oh. But you get a gigantic cheese pizza or a pepperoni pizza, and you go, fuck, I got 30 people?
Yeah.
Let's get 5 pizzas.
Little Caesar still does the $5 hot and readies.
Oh, yeah. But you spend like $60 or whatever, and by the way, it's all fucking processed garbage.
Yeah.
It's cheese and grease on dough with greasy, pepperoni or sausage or something, and it's quick. That's the other thing too. And a note we've got on here is fast food is so convenient.
Yeah, it's just easy, dude. Like, oh, hey man, we had a long day. We got stuck at this. I got stuck in a meeting. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel good. Let's order something. Let's go get something.
I'm tired.
Yeah, like, I don't know how many fucking lazy weekends we've had where it's like, let's just order pizza.
Well, now DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Oh, dude, they make it too easy.
Even Instacart.
Yeah.
There are times that Kendra and I and the girls are saying the same thing. We're sitting there, it's like Sunday, and we're like, fuck it. Let's have a lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's watch movies. And the girls will be like, oh, I wish we had. Stater Brothers is 7 minutes from the house.
It's not far.
And I will sit there and go, I literally don't have the energy to get my dead ass off the couch, put my shoes on, get my keys and wallet, go blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to go pick up junk food anyway. Because the girls are like, ooh, let's make popcorn. Let's have junk food. And we'll go, some days we go, fuck it. We eat junk food and have popcorn and sit on the couch and do nothing.
Yeah.
Which is okay. All things in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation. If you're doing that every day, you got a problem. But as a reward to yourself, too, because your kids appreciate it on a different level than you, right? Because to you, it could be like, fuck, I'm exhausted. Like, I don't want to go and do this thing. And you're like, hey, you pitch this idea, and they think it's the greatest thing on earth. Breakfast for dinner. Best thing on earth. Like,
we had breakfast for dinner tonight.
Like, fucking super simple. Easy day. I'll whip up some pancakes or whatever. Like, easy day. And Ella can cook now. I'd be like, Ella, you're in charge.
Ella made pancakes. Charlie made toast.
Yeah.
I made sausage and eggs.
Yeah.
And it was super easy. But you look at the dynamic too with you have 2 working parents. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you have 2 working parents, and then you have kids that are doing after school activities.
Yeah.
A Hunter plays soccer. Ella plays volleyball. Charlie was in dance. Other people have their kids in soccer and baseball and basketball. And then you get in band and you get into high school and you have these schedules where, mom and dad work till 5 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And by the
that's
time
the standard.
You round everybody up after their after-school activities, hopefully, and get them home. It's 6 or 6:30, and now you have to cook dinner.
Right.
In our household, we buy a freaking cow, and I got a freezer full of meat. You come home, you go, fuck. Did you get steak out?
Thaw it? Yeah.
Did you thaw this out? Did you do that? No, okay, well, fuck then. I got to go to the grocery store, and I got to buy
shit.
Chicken, and I got to buy this, and I got to come back. And I drive 150 miles a day.
Yeah.
And I drive 2 hours home, and then I pick up the kids. The last thing I want to do is turn around and drive back to the grocery store.
Well, and it's not like Kendra has an easy drive either. So, I mean, you guys are both fucked at the end of the day. Do you want to go back out and sit in traffic at 5:30 or 6 o'clock? Like, no, I don't.
But the weeks that were really good, we meal plan.
Yeah.
And she hates it. She goes, oh, it's Sunday. Let's fucking meal plan. Let's Instacart.
Yeah.
Let's do this on this night, this, and this. And we get this stuff out and we put it in the fridge, or we Instacart it, put it in the fridge, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
We're going to eat that cat next.
Bubba, shut it.
Bubba, you got no fat on you. But that's something that's really come along here. That the 2 things we're hitting on here. One is convenience.
Yeah.
But the other thing is cooking takes time and ability.
Forever.
And
I don't know how to cook. If you're like, hey, throw me together a nice meal for dinner. I want chicken cordon bleu with fried vegetables, and you lost me.
I can follow a recipe, and I can probably get you close.
Yeah.
But I have my staples, right? Wild game, I cook all the wild game in my house because I do, except when Kendra needs it for meatballs or something like that.
Right.
The grill, obviously I run the grill,
Yeah.
you run the grill, things like that. But then I can make you like spaghetti.
Yeah.
I can make you breakfast. I'm branching out a little bit. I learned how to make asparagus recently, kind of how Kendra does.
Yeah.
And I could probably figure stuff out.
Yeah.
But there's the time. You got to have the equipment.
You have to have all the ingredients.
You have to have all the ingredients.
Which is a bitch because every other thing calls for something that you don't fucking have.
Or it's something you're going to use once and you're going to buy an entire container of
it. Yeah, I don't want to buy the whole thing.
No. Yeah, and so Kendra does, every now and then Kendra goes, I want to make this new recipe. And she buys all this stuff and I'm like, oh. And she'll make it.
Yeah.
And she'll go, how is it? And we'll all go like, oh. And she'll take a bite. She goes, God, you're right. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we'll have all these 8 spices.
Yeah. Now we know not to put that one on the list.
We're never going to fucking use it, man.
Yeah. Well, and for me, dude, like, so you guys are very copacetic in the fact that she cooks, you clean while she's cooking. I'm like, so at the end of the day, like, you're not stacked with a big fucking pile of shit. But for me, like, especially like single dudes, man, like, I'm not making a big dinner for just me. Like, I'm not making this whole thing and this whole show and all this shit. No, dude, like, it's a lot of dishes. It's a lot of shit that you have to, you use 4 or 5 fucking pans to cook one meal. Like, why are you making this big fucking mess?
Dude, breakfast tonight. Like I said, we made eggs, sausage, and pancakes and toast. We got the toaster out.
Yeah.
Pan for the sausage, pan for the eggs, and Ella got the big griddle out. And was cooking pancakes on the griddle.
Yeah.
That's 4 freaking things right there. You obviously don't clean the toaster.
Right.
But then it's 2 spatulas, knives, dishes, all this kind of stuff. And you don't... you don't necessarily think about that.
Right.
And if you're like Kendra made chicken tacos or turkey tacos last night, I'm like, cool. Being kind of lazy, didn't do the dishes last night. Go to cook dinner tonight. I'm like, fuck. I gotta wash the dishes.
Yeah. To use them to rewash them.
And then rewash them. Yeah, exactly. It's this like
yeah
never-ending cycle, and I'm like, dude, God, I
just
want to.
If you look at our lives, right? Like how you said you live a Monday, Thursday week, dude. It's all repetitive, and sometimes you just have to take a step out of that for your own sanity. You have to like. I don't want to cook and clean and fucking do all this shit. I did this shit for 3 hours yesterday. I don't want to fucking do it today. So there's a lot, like, it's the convenience factor, man. Like, and the fucking, you know, it could be whatever, but there's, you know, you could say lazy factor. There's a lot of people who would just DoorDash, right? Like, go get your food. You save $10 fucking on your order if you just go get it.
Yeah. Taco Bell is expensive, and then you Uber Eats it or DoorDash it. Yeah. It's astronomical. Yeah. You could go get a nice steak.
Yeah.
For the cost of your fucking nachos Del Grande.
Yeah, I went to order the other day, like, fuck, dude, from Taco Bell, like 2 tacos and 2 bean and cheese burritos or something, and it was like $14 or $15, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay. And then I click through, and it's $23 for delivery and all this shit, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah,
I don't need it that bad.
Forget it, yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, there's no fucking way, dude. There is no way.
No.
So, what else we got up here?
So, this is going to be dicey. Well, let's talk about conflicting research first before we get into this other dicey shit.
So I am JD Power, which doesn't exist, which isn't a real thing, but Chevy keeps saying that they won the JD Power Award. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I work for Jerett's Health Services, and I think that Taco Bell is the best thing for you. Okay, and people just blindly listen to that. They just blindly believe it.
Yeah, so if you watch any ads for any fast food, there's probably an asterisk somewhere and little teeny tiny print that you might not be able to read. But, you know, it was not too long ago that they started making all these fast food companies put their, the information about their food on there as it pertains to, like, calories. And you don't necessarily have to list all the ingredients that are in there, but you need to kind of give a generalized idea of what's in it and how many calories are in it.
Yeah.
And then people were going, oh, shit.
Yeah,
and you got to put it on the menu. So first, the sneaky fucks did it, and they put it on the website.
Yeah.
They go, oh, dude, all our dietary information is on there. You got to go to www.mcdonalds.com.
Yeah. / fucking what's in this.
Yeah, and you go through 18 layers of URLs and all this shit. Then you get to it, and you go, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was in college one day. I went to McDonald's. They had started doing the food information, dietary information on it. I got like a Big Mac, supersized Coke, fries, and like an apple
pie. Back when you could supersize things.
Yeah, back when you could supersize things.
Back when they're like, we want everybody to be fat.
And then I looked at the dietary information. I was like, that was like 1,800 calories.
In a Big Mac meal.
Yeah. And there was, number one, so much sugar. Because a giant Coke and the apple pie, just like straight sugar.
Yeah.
Then the sauces on the burger and all that kind of crap. By the time it comes out, I ate it and I felt like garbage.
Right.
And it did probably nothing for me but take a couple minutes off my life, ultimately.
Sidestep. Did you ever see that show, the documentary Super Size Me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. That guy was like, his doctors were like, you got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Like, he was not at all fucking healthy. And all he did was, if you've never seen it, all he did for breakfast, lunch, and dinner was eat McDonald's.
Fast food.
I thought the first one was just McDonald's.
Oh, I thought he did a bunch of different... I thought he just ate fast food.
No, I think the first one was just McDonald's.
Which, could you imagine 3 meals a day? And I think that's one thing he said in it, though. He's like, I'm so sick of eating this shit.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm eating the same shit every day. It'd be the same as eating boiled chicken and rice.
Yeah.
But I'm just eating the same fucking garbage.
Yeah. You can go through the whole menu and back, like, in 2 days. Like, there's not much shit on their menu as is, dude. And it's more than In-N-Out. But, I mean, it's not Cheesecake Factory. Like, they don't have a million things that you can order.
Sure.
It's pretty standard. They're pretty much based off of the same things, the same ingredients. So they just do it a different way.
Yeah, but it's It's funny, the research, so I remember a long time ago, eggs are bad for you. Eat Cheerios, right? That was the whole big push. Heart healthy.
Heart healthy.
Yep.
Yes.
Heart healthy.
Yes.
You shouldn't eat eggs. Then eggs are good.
Yeah.
Eggs are bad. Eggs are good. Eggs are bad. Fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Are they good or are they bad?
Yeah.
If you really believe in the way that we should eat, and I think, and a lot of people say it, eggs are going to be good for you.
Eggs are natural.
Yeah, they're natural. They came from Earth.
Yeah, there's nothing else in them.
Yep.
Chicken shits them out.
Yeah.
That's the purest form of food that you can find.
Yeah, that is an unprocessed meal. And if you get it from a chicken that isn't loaded up on hormones and steroids and whatever else they put in these chickens in these big major meat factories or egg factories, if you have chickens in your yard and you're just feeding them regular chicken meal and whatever else they find and they're shitting out eggs, that's going to be way healthier for you than Cheerios.
Than anything else.
Call me crazy, but it's unprocessed.
Yeah. Well, and so when I went to college, and for those of you who don't know that I did that. Surprise, motherfuckers.
I was keeping guessing, bro.
So I had this English class, man, and I in high school I hated English, but in college I really enjoyed it. And it was more debates than anything, man. And they had us read this book, which I cheated and listened to it on audio, but it was called Eating Animals. And it's a whole story that goes into factory farming and how bad it is for the animals and how bad it is for the people and like how they're, just fucking MSG and steroids and fucking putting shit into your chicken breast to fucking bump them up. And that's why they're so watery when you cut into them and all kinds of shit, right? They're like, we put extra shit into our chicken breasts to make them plumper.
Well, have you seen, too, the chickens? They'll show like a farm-raised chicken.
Yeah.
Just straight up wandering around your yard eating chicken feed.
Yeah.
And then a chicken from a chicken farm.
Yeah.
Dude.
They're fucking vastly different.
It's a fucking velociraptor and a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, so I was getting into this book and I liked the class because I was one of the only people in there besides the professor who wasn't a vegan or a vegetarian. And I didn't.
You were an outlier.
I didn't find that out until we started talking about the book, and people were talking about how disgusting it is, and I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still gonna eat that cow. I'm still gonna get that steak. That sounds terrible, but is it really? Like, I don't see it, so I just I don't watch the cow fucking live, dude. I just get my steak on my plate, and steak's delicious. Mm-hmm. So they were, I was kind of the fucking the guy out in the back, and I told the professor, she was Romanian, and I said, you mean to tell me if I come to your village that you wouldn't slaughter a pig for me, and that wouldn't be a celebration for you? And she goes, oh no, absolutely. That's our custom. That's what we would do. Yeah. And I said, why are you defending this? And she goes, I think it's funny to see the other side's perspective. Yeah. And I was like, I can get behind that.
Sure.
Because how do you, in me, in high school, I wasn't the arguing type, the confrontational type, dude. But college, I was like, call on me.
No one else wants to talk?
I've got real world experience,
the big guy back here?
Yeah. So I, and I got an A in that class. This first A I've ever gotten ever.
That's right.
And, but the whole thing, dude, was behind factory farming and how bad it is. And I believe that it probably is bad. And there's probably shit that they're putting in our animals that they shouldn't. Oh, yeah. But that's why we buy cows with you, and that's why we go hunting, and that's why we get the purest of meats that we can get, because you don't know what's coming from the grocery store. You sure as fuck don't know what's coming from fucking McDonald's.
So if you go buy steak right now from Albertsons and look at the label, it's not going to necessarily tell you this cow was fed grass and alfalfa and corn and all this shit, maybe, but this cow was also supplemented with the bodybuilders you were talking about earlier. That chicken is a fucking bodybuilder because they're all pumped up on steroids and hormones, and so there used to be, they call them feedlots. Yeah. So for people who don't know what a feedlot is you take calves, young cows, and they would cut their ear, and they would put a steroid pill in their ear. Mm-hmm. Slobber some Vaseline over it, and that steroid pill would entice those animals. It would activate their system, and they would almost go into a feeding frenzy. Yeah. And they would just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And that's the same thing that they're doing with these chickens. They say these chickens sometimes eat so fast and grow so fast they break their legs. Yeah. Because the bone structure doesn't grow to support the muscle mass. Yeah. Like, are you fucking crazy? And it's because the time that it takes to raise a chicken to maturity and get it to weigh the right amount to take to market. Hey man, time is money.
Time is money. And there's so many people on this planet that we don't have time for that. So they've developed a way to speed up the process.
Chicken is the most consumed protein in the world.
Oh, I believe it.
There's some, we should have looked it up, but there's some ridiculous, astronomical, if you look at how many chickens are eaten a year, it's in or a day. Mm-hmm. I want to say it's in the millions. If not, it's in the high 100,000s. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so if we didn't have a way to speed up this process, we'd have no chickens. I mean, it would not be on our menu. Mm-hmm. So it's the same. So for me, I look at it the same way I look at fish farms, right? So we collect eggs and inseminate the eggs and grow fish farms, and then we implant fucking fish into the lakes and ponds and blah, 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 blah to keep the population going. Same thing, because if we didn't, we would run out. Like we would have no more. Like if cows didn't take so long to mature and then to become the beefs that we want, I don't think we'd have any fucking cows.
No.
Like we would as an economy as a food economy, we'd run out of food.
Oh, 100%.
There would be nothing left. So the fact that these guys found out ways to speed up the process was out of necessity.
Right. So, but if you look at European countries, a lot of European countries, people go grocery shopping every day.
Because they only buy what they need.
They only buy what they need, but they also buy what they're going to cook and eat.
Yeah.
You can go to, like we talked about earlier, you can go to Costco and you can buy all this stuff and your pantry can stay stocked for 6 months. Yeah. And it'll never go bad.
Yeah. I have 2 refrigerators and a freezer that are
shit.
fucking stacked. Like they're full.
Yeah, but the other note we got up here too is RFK. So now RFK is coming in and looking at all these, and it's easy enough. You can pull up the ingredients for the same 2 products, one that's sold in the States, one that's sold in Europe.
Yeah.
And they have 30 less ingredients.
Yeah, they're not even kind of on the same page.
And so he's going through and looking at all the chemical makeup and all this kind of stuff, and he's the one that's raising all these flags and going, hey, we're eating garbage.
Yeah.
And honestly, in my opinion, a more natural diet is never going to do you wrong because from a genetic standpoint, it's what your body is built to eat.
Right.
You are an animal.
Yeah.
We are the top of the food chain. Mm-hmm. So we're not scavengers.
Right.
We're omnivores. We eat everything. So, yeah, sure, we were hunter-gatherers. Mm-hmm. Whatever we can find, we eat. If we can kill it, we're going to eat it too.
Yeah.
So you can be vegan or vegetarian, but you are betraying your roots.
When you're missing a lot of supplements, you have to then provide those supplements to your body via pills and other methods, because there's you can't just, I think they say you can't just live off fish, right? No. There's not enough fat in fish.
Yeah, like people that do survival.
Yeah.
You get protein poisoning.
Yeah.
They think they just eat rabbits and eat rabbits. There's not enough fat. There's not enough nutrients.
Right.
You might have calories.
Right. Yeah.
But they're super lean and you're going to fucking die.
Yeah. You're burning through those because they're very lean calories. So that's the thing is you can't just dive into all right, I'm a vegan today and not do your homework on it, because your body gets all of its fucking things from everything that we eat. Our bodies are just these crazy fucking machines, man. And if you really sit down to think about how our fucking bodies actually work, it's fucking incredible.
Well, your body is the most perfect machine that's ever been made. Self-heating, self-cooling, self-regulating, self-healing. You're right. If you break your arm and it's bent weird, it's not going to heal exactly, but it's going to fucking fix itself.
Yeah, it will heal on its own. We put it in a brace so that way your arm's not fucked up later.
Yeah, but
but you'll be fine if you don't.
If you want to go look back, so processing food. I don't even know when it started, but we would can food. Right, so you would salt. Right. So people that came across the plains.
Yeah, early settlers and shit. Yeah,
they'd take hardtack, which was, essentially biscuits and bread that was cooked till it was like a cracker, hard dehydrated. Right, because the moisture is what leads to bacterial and mold growth. Right. They had salted meats, so jerkies and salted meats, canned. Or actually, then would be jarred. You would jar your own fruits and stuff like that. I think people back in that day had that. That was their means of preservation.
Right. Yeah.
Because there was no
refrigerators. Yeah.
So then you start figuring out people would make earthen refrigerators. Right. You'd build your house into the slope of a hill because you could dig it out and the earth would stay a relatively cool temperature. Right. Keep your food for a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you shot a deer, we're eating the good parts, and the rest of it we're salting or we're making it into
Right.
jerky. And then that would last you for a month. But even if you dried jerky,
Right.
it's not like you dried it and then you vacuum sealed it, threw it in the freezer, and it was good for fucking forever. So the onset of preserved food, and I'd be interested to find out when it actually was that people started mass preserving food. Or
Well, when they
preservatives.
figured out, like, hey, if you do this thing, it'll last longer. That would be very interesting to know, because I know, like, dude, before they had refrigeration, I mean, they would have maggots on their fucking food, and they
cut it off.
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting.
But you also, so then canned food came out when you could actually seal a can,
Right.
because then it's not exposed to the elements.
Right.
It's not exposed to oxygen. But then you still had to like bury it under your floorboards or put it in
gotta do something.
semi-cool space. You're not just leaving your canned fucking peaches out on the porch.
just here you go.
You know,
yeah.
you're doing something to help. And then they started getting the old refrigerators, which were wood with metal. And
Right.
you'd buy block ice and put it in there. But still, what a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
So the onset of preservatives is really what started to affect people from a genetic standpoint,
Right.
and from how your body doesn't process that stuff. It's not natural.
It's not, yeah.
You're not meant to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the whole RFK administration is coming in, and they're trying to get rid of a lot of this stuff, which is great.
Yeah, you cannot be upset about living a healthier lifestyle. You just can't.
No.
Like he's not coming in telling you that this is how you have to live your fucking life. He's over there telling them, hey, this causes cancer, and this is fucking bad, and this causes this, and this causes that. Take it the fuck out of our food.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us as people, other than him saying to the big companies, you're poisoning people. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so it's funny that you mentioned convenience.
Yeah.
Right. So people want to buy convenience.
Yeah, that's why they're called convenience stores.
Yep. but it's convenience in anything, and you can look at a lot of different stuff. There are absolutely moronic products that people are buying because the creator of said product has told them this will make your life better and easier, and they go, man, you're right.
Yeah. Well,
I need that widget. It does this thing that I could just fucking do anyway, but it saves me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I can do all this other stuff too. Not really.
No. So that's kind of goes into like the pyramid schemes, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they have all these health fads and all these health diet things, and they're all a pyramid scheme, right? Like, oh, you should sell this. You should sell Thrive. You should sell this. And then you learn that it's a pyramid scheme, that somebody's trying to get to the top of the fucking pyramid, and the shit really does nothing for you.
Yeah.
I watched, it might have been one of the bodybuilding ones on Netflix, but it was about how you don't have to regulate the products that you put into like pill form or protein. You don't have to regulate any of that. You put whatever you want on it and sell it. Like you
Just
could put
fucking Jerett's protein.
Yeah, and fucking I could put all vitamin B in it and say like, this will get you huge. It's got creatine and it's got this and that. And you don't have to fucking prove it.
Yeah.
People are like literally just doing that, and they're you talk 30,000 people into fucking running up your pyramid for something that you claim works. And with any studies, man, you can show like, oh, this thing worked for this person on anything.
Yeah, but you also have to look to, is this FDA approved?
Right.
And people were like, they don't think about that.
No.
They're like, look at this guy. He looks ripped.
Yeah.
Look at his before picture.
Yeah.
Look at his after picture. It only took 4 months.
That's a lot of Photoshop and steroids. Oh, yeah. Like, sorry to burst your guys' bubble, but that guy that's taking that picture, they're taking them the same day, and they are bulking them up at first, like fattening them up at first, because Photoshop is a real fucking thing. And then they're leaning them out on the second photo. They're taking the same fucking day. You don't think they cut hey, man, come back in 4 months and let us know you're good.
Yeah, exactly. It'll say, this has not been tested.
No.
These actual results may vary. That's
actual
my
results
favorite,
may vary.
That is my
man.
favorite fucking saying.
Yeah.
No shit, they may vary.
Yeah.
Because if you really listen to any diet,
Yeah.
and if you prescribe to a diet and do it exactly to the T, chances are it'll probably have the right effects.
Yeah, it'll have some effects for you, yeah.
But what they do is they go, hey, Jerett, here's the diet. Do it.
Right.
And then no one holds you accountable.
Yeah.
If you followed everything, this
Right.
is exactly the results. But It's up on you.
Yeah, it's on you. Yeah. Well, and like, if they had a magic pill that just fucking made you buff, everybody'd take it.
Oh, we'd all be huge.
Joe Rogan's got a thing that he says, man, where he says if big dick pills were real, 100% of men who could afford big dick pills would be on big dick pills. We'd all be wheeling around our dicks in a fucking wheelbarrow like, with no blood in our fucking brain, dude. Like, yeah, 100%, dude. If there was a pill that just fucking guaranteed does this fucking thing that it says it does, everybody would take it.
Yep.
It wouldn't be some secret. It wouldn't be some fucking pyramid scheme. It would be, this thing does this.
Well, but look at the whole industry that we've created for the fad diets.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
It's this wild cycle because we've eaten all this fucking garbage.
Right.
And we've normalized garbage, and garbage is fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And then now they're like, oh, try this thing. Atkins. Remember Atkins?
Yeah.
The fucking eat all the meat you want. You
Yeah.
eat bacon fucking 6 meals a day. It's all good. It's all this. It's all that.
And your cholesterol's through the fucking roof.
Yeah, your heart fucking explodes. You're 170 pounds. You're ripped as fuck, but your heart is a blob of lard.
Yeah.
Like, fucking calm down. And the keto diets.
I decided keto.
Ugh.
And that shit, my doctor was like, stop. He said, stop. Your cholesterol's through the fucking roof. He's like, you might be losing weight, but you're losing it the wrong fucking way.
Yes.
Which is how you say, like, eat less, move more. I mean, like, there's a real fucking easy way to do this, and there's a very scientific way to do it, where you count macros and you say, like, hey, I'm going to eat this food, but it's hard to get around because we have sugars and everything up here. It's hard to get around fucking sugar.
You got to do a lot of research.
Like, yeah, dude, and you got to know, like, the keywords, because they might not always call it out as sugar.
Sucrose.
Yeah, dude. So
high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different fucking sneaky names.
So, and then, so trying to figure that out, and in this day and age, I mean, there's different information everywhere. You can go online right now and type in fucking what diet works the best, and you're going to get 300 fucking Google pages of this diet works better than that diet because of this. Actually, fucking, hey, if there's a, what do they call them? Dietitian that listens to this, hit me up. All right.
Emmy, we should have Emmy come back.
Yeah, we should have Emmy come back. And I told her I wanted her to write me a plan, but there's a real science behind this, and I don't believe that it's all boiled chicken and rice. Like, it can't just be that. Like, there's got to be good meals that you can still eat, which is why if I ever get rich, I'm hiring a private chef, no question. But meals that are healthy that still taste good.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of chefs that cook really good food.
Yeah.
That is really healthy. And you started on kind of a topic earlier when we started about losing weight and calories in.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think, however many calories you put in, you got to burn that off.
Right.
If you have less calories that are better for you, that's less calories you have to burn off when you work out.
Exactly.
So that's why they say the whole 2,000 calorie diet a day. For you, probably a 2,000 calorie diet a day, you're going to be fucking starving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be hungry for a while.
You're a big guy. Me, for as much as I move, a 2,000 calorie a day diet, not going to work for me either.
No.
But it's calories that actually do something for you.
Right.
It's healthy fats.
Yeah.
It's healthy carbs. It's proteins. It's not fucking sugars.
Right.
And oils and all this kind of crap. It's not calories for the sake of calories. It's calories that actually your body's going to process and use, and it's going to benefit you.
It's like they say avocados are really good for you. You know what a fucking bag of avocados costs? Like, everything good for you costs a ton, and everything bad for you costs nothing. That's why soda's cheaper than water.
Yep.
That's why fast food's cheaper than groceries. Like, it's fucking outrageous, and I don't understand how they still make a profit. They have to be fucking using terrible things that they can cut back fucking corners on, because we're not going into their meat processing plant and seeing what they're doing.
Well, you can find mass-produced chemicals that have the same genetic makeup as things. That's why when you look in your ingredients on stuff, it's like, really look at the ingredients. I couldn't imagine. Look at the ingredients in something. Take every single one of those and Google every single one of those.
When they use bigger words to try to throw you off, and it's something stupid.
Yep, but there's 40 of them.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Oh my god.
I love Doritos.
It's forever.
Cool Ranch Doritos all day. I eat a fucking bag of them all day. If I actually went through every single ingredient and Googled it and looked at, did the research to read what it was, why we have this.
Yeah.
and then know what are the side effects of it, you would probably be fucking mortified.
Yeah.
You'd be grinding up corn to make your own fucking tortilla chips, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get away from it, like you said, and it's so in our face, right? We can go.
Well, every other commercial is a fast food commercial.
Yep, and every magazine, it's food.
Every fucking radio ad. I mean, you listen to the radio on the way home, like, ooh, like fucking Jack in the Box said this about Del Taco, or like whatever. Like, oh, there's this thing. Like, these dudes have a lot of money to advertise. And once they like subconsciously put it in the back of your fucking mind, you'll be fucking at home like, man, why does fucking Jack in the Box sound good right now? Why do those? I should get some fucking tacos.
But you got to think too now. Whoever came up with the gas station fast food combo, you're a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Let's put a Del Taco in the gas station.
Yeah.
On the way to Vegas, there's a Taco Bell and a Chevron. And then there's like a KFC and an Arco. And I'm like, this guy is a fucking...
Yeah.
Because you got to stop and get gas.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here. Anybody going to take a piss? Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. You go get your fucking garbage. Might as well serve it to you in a trough. You fill your fucking truck with gas. And you head to Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of money and it's fucking cheap. Let's throw a bunch of shit in the deep fryer. We'll fry up 85 pounds of French fries. We'll put a bunch of fucking... of burgers under the heat lamp, and then when they come in, we'll just bag them and tag them. Boom, boom, boom.
Imagine how much money Del Taco makes with bean and cheese burritos.
Which I love, a bean and cheese burrito with red sauce.
Like imagine, dude, like you make a big vat of fucking beans in the morning. JJ's dad used to work at Taco Bell. I think he was a manager at Taco Bell, or he worked there. I don't know, but he's like, in the morning you cook your fucking beans, right? Like pressure cook your beans.
Yep.
And then you serve them all day. Like, how much can that fucking cost? That is a license to print money.
But think about this, okay? A family of 4 just shows up here at your house. And they go, we want 4 hamburgers, 4 fries, and 4 Cokes. And let's say you have everything defrosted. You have all the ingredients defrosted and ready to go. How long does it take you and JJ to make 4 burgers, 4 fries, and 4 Cokes?
Minimum 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Because you're going to be like, okay, I got to make the patties, I got to season them, got to put them on the grill. Here's your Cokes.
Yeah.
You'll be done with them. You want another round of them after that.
Yeah.
You know, your fries are going to cook fastest. Let's say you got to cut the potatoes, you got to season them, you got to throw them in the fryer oil. But by the time you're all done. But now, that same family can go to McDonald's and get the same order, and they can get it in 4.5 minutes.
Like max. Like if you're not out of there in 4.5 minutes, like because they put the clock in there, right?
Yep.
Like oh, how fast are we pumping these out? You know, because that statistic, that number went back to somebody in a lab somewhere who was like, oh, we can get more proficient. We can do this and this and this and change that to 2 minutes. You know, and it's fucking sad, man. But it's really how fast can we pump this shit out?
Yeah. So In-N-Out is a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're cooking it to order. Yeah,
they're cooking it to order, which is great. I love In-N-Out, but still,
it's 5 minutes, dude. It's not long.
No, and if you're still getting a Coke, a Coke's a Coke, a Coke.
Yeah.
You get a shake. A shake's a shake, a shake. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's milk, and it's. By the way, have you ever let a fast food shake thaw?
Yeah. It's goopy. It's not the same.
It's goop, and it separates.
It separates.
It's like oil and water. There's some weird shit happening there. I don't like that.
No.
I love to drink a milkshake. I'm not gonna lie.
But I love me a good McFlurry, man. Dude, when's the last time you ordered a McFlurry from McDonald's?
Every time I go, the fucking machine's broken.
No, so they changed it.
To what? Just drywall paste?
They put them in individual cups now. So, like, I used to get Oreo and M&M. You can't do that anymore because they're already individualized in a cup.
Oh, they just pull it out of the freezer?
They just pull it out of the freezer.
That's fucking trash.
So I don't want it anymore. It's not the fucking same, man.
Yeah.
So they're making them in a factory now because probably everybody complained that their fucking machines were always broken.
I had been there, and I'll tell you, there are times I'm like, oh my God, you know what I want right now is a fucking vanilla milkshake.
Yeah.
Sounds so good. And I go and you get in the to food line because I go to the drive-thru. I don't have the time to fucking get out and walk in.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, the machine's broken, motherfucker. And then I got to sit there.
Yeah,
because the guy in front of me ordered, and the guy behind me ordered, and I gotta pull up like to the window like a poor person. I didn't order anything. Yeah, I didn't order anything. But thanks for letting me come through your drive-thru. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, man, a milkshake and fries, dude. Like that's my guilty pleasure. I will fuck a milkshake and fries up, no matter where I'm at. Like milkshake and fries, Don't fucking try me.
So let's get controversial here.
Okay.
Let's talk about this whole body positivity movement.
Okay.
So, one thing I'll say, my wife, like most women, has always struggled with their perception of self.
Perception, yeah.
And weight and things like that. And my wife always says, I don't weigh myself. I want to look at myself in the mirror. And if I'm happy with what I see, then I don't care how much I weigh. And I go, babe, that's an amazing thing to hear.
Yeah.
Because people think, like, I need to weigh 130 pounds.
Yeah, no, I don't need you blowing away in the fucking wind.
No, okay, ladies, if you're like 5'7" and you're 130, yours
a problem.
You're rail thin.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of men out here that I like my women like they were made in the 50s. Yeah. I like an hourglass figure. Mm-hmm. I like a curvy girl. Girls without curves, I like jeans without pockets.
Right.
There's nowhere to put your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell my wife that. She smiles at me every fucking time, but...
Yeah. Did you see that rapper who got denied that ride from Uber?
Yeah.
She was like, that's fucked up and that's this. And no, bitch, it's not.
You're 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a rapper? You don't have your own car? Like we have to do something as a society to where we normalize compassion for the driver who's driving his own fucking personal car. It's a lot of wear and tear on your fucking shocks. Yeah. Instead of blaming him for fat shaming this girl, like, you're 500 pounds. Like, you're mad because he's calling you fat? Well, you're fat. Like, did you not fucking notice that when you bought your 7X fucking jeans this morning? Like, what are you doing?
Well, in body positivity, there was this terrible wave. Remember Heroin Chic? Mm-hmm. The models. Yeah. Elle Macpherson and all these back in the 90s. Heroin Chic. They ate like rice cakes and Marlboro Reds. And they were these skeletons. And they were the ugliest fucking thing. You could see their entire bone structure. That's not good.
But, and that was the embodiment of beauty back then.
That was it. But you think back to the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
If you were overweight and you were pale, that was a sign of wealth because that meant you had more food to eat and you didn't have to work in a field.
Yeah.
You were pasty and pudgy. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, you were a 10.
Dude, you were fucking slinging dick everywhere like this big fat guy.
That's why all the statues are of fat dudes with little dicks, man.
But body positivity, you're right. All of us have different bodies. Yeah. All of us are built differently. If you cut every ounce of fat off you and you were all muscle and I cut every ounce of fat off me and I was all muscle, we'd have very different body structures.
Oh, yeah.
You're bigger than me. Your shoulders are wider than me. Your hips are different. We're all fucking built different. That's okay. But normalizing that 500 pounds is okay, and they go, well, I'm great, I'm this. Well, really, you're diabetic. You have heart issues. Yeah. You have sleep apnea. Your joints are failing.
Yeah.
You have all these underlying health issues, but you just have to say, you have to accept me, look at me the way I am because I'm this massive person.
Yeah.
Like, that's not mechanically how your body is designed to be.
No. And this is, if you guys have seen me, I'm not a little fucking guy, dude. I'm pushing 300 pounds. I'm not a small guy. But I fucking know that, I'm not going to go get into a Prius. Like, I barely fit in a fucking Prius now, dude. You think me with 200 more pounds going to fit in a fucking Prius? Like, no, there's no way. You have to be realistic with who the fuck you are. You have to understand that, hey, I'm 500 fucking pounds. I probably shouldn't sit in the back of a fucking Prius. If you got to get in that motherfucker backwards because you can't fucking fit sideways, there's a fucking problem.
Yeah, but this goes back to any of the other trends that we have or discuss about. You shouldn't have to force it upon me.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell me that big is beauty and all this shit.
Make me accept all this stuff where I'm sitting there going, okay, number one, I don't care. If you want to think that, great. You want to be 600 pounds, you want to wear a two-piece bikini, you want to do whatever, good for you. You got the confidence to go out there and do that?
Yeah.
Fucking good on you.
Yeah.
Don't expect everybody to just go, good for you, and high-five you and throw you a fucking parade.
Yeah, don't think that anybody else owes you any compliments or anything.
No.
Don't go out looking for that kind of shit, because you'll be real fucking disappointed when people are like, I don't give a fuck about you. The definition of beauty in America was held in a pageant.
Uh-huh.
Beauty throughout the world, you put your hottest fucking girl in this competition, and we'll tell you who's the prettiest fucking one and the smartest one, and they're all dumb as fucking rocks. I mean, they weren't smart, but throughout history forever, that's the way that beauty has been measured. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, we have to be politically correct and let fat girls and fat dudes do this shit too. Like, no, the fuck we don't.
But the only thing I'll counter you on this, everybody has their own flavor.
No, 100%.
And everybody
100%.
likes what they like.
Yeah, no,
I like blondes with blue eyes.
Yeah.
You like brunettes with curly hair.
Yeah.
I know this about you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like a little bit of vanilla. You like a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
O-fucking-K.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this, like it is an unhealthy trend that we're just telling our kids. Like, it's okay if you just want to be like this, because everybody has to accept that.
Yes.
And by the way, parents, like, you're feeding your children. You are setting the example of your children. You're putting all this stuff in front of their face, and if you just don't want to do anything about yourself, and you're like, yeah, my kid can be whatever, because you just have to accept it, you're setting your kid up for a life of hardship.
For a million problems down the road. Yeah. Like, childhood obesity is a staggering number these days, and it's fucking terrifying, like, for these children, for this next generation of kids whose parents think, like, you know, we have these fucking shows like My 1,000-Pound Life and all this shit and all these things, and all these people are like, oh, you be whatever, this rapper, and she's, you know, I'm fucking hot and I'm this and that, and she's fucking 500 pounds. Like, put your shit back in a box, because what you're saying to these kids these days is that you should be fat because you could be like me.
Well, and what you're hearing too is childhood obesity is an epidemic.
Yeah.
Dude, it's 100% controllable.
Yeah.
It didn't...
Kids need to go outside and fucking play.
Your kid didn't catch obesity.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I went to school, now I just want to eat 87 cheeseburgers all day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, what's my reward?
Yeah, your kid didn't... It's not a bacteria. It's not a virus.
No.
It's not something that infects your body and makes you do that. It's a lifestyle that you're born into or bred into.
These are fucking choices that people make for themselves and their children. And it's... You put your... Let's get it fucking straight, right? You put your kids at a disadvantage because sports.
Yep.
Fucking, let's call it, I don't know, military or jobs or, you know, whatever. Fitting in the desks that we used to have, the chair was fucking bolted to the desk.
Oh, it was all one piece, bro.
Yeah. You don't get any more room. If you don't...
One size fucking fits all.
If you don't fit in that motherfucker, you don't fit. Like...
Yeah.
Like,
Heaven forbid you have an earthquake drill.
Yeah. Can't get out of here.
Or get
Taking
under
the
it.
Desk. Taking the desk with me. No, dude, and that's the thing is, we have gotten very far from that, man. Like, there's always been bigger kids, right? Always.
Sure.
But now the number is staggering. You go to any of these schools and the fat kid versus big kid, I probably gotta stop calling them fat kids, but fat kids versus skinny kids, the ratio is way off.
Well, but you gotta think they're putting kids on statins.
Yeah.
You're putting kids on blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
You're putting children on cholesterol medication. Now, there are people that suffer from high cholesterol.
Yeah.
That's genetic. That's a proven deal. Sure. If you have radically high cholesterol and your child gets it from you from a hereditary fashion, okay. But then there are other kids you look at and they're like, I'm on a statin. I'm like, do you need to be?
Yeah. And you know, people out there who are probably listening to this one are like, Jerry, you have no room to talk. I don't. However, I treat my life as my life. I don't fucking push this shit on my kid. I don't fucking take him to get fast food. I tell him, like, you eat what's at the fucking house. You drink water. My kid drinks soda, like, on special occasions, right? He's drinking fucking water all day long every day. Same with you. Like, your girls don't fucking get soda. Yeah. It's, you know, hey, can I have dessert? No, but you can have popcorn. You know, like there's subtle fucking things that you could do. Otherwise, my kid would weigh fucking 150 pounds at fucking 9 if he fucking was just like, I want to do this and I want to do that. You know, the fucking kids are always hungry. If he was like, I just want fucking candy, and I was like, you know what? It's easier than fucking dealing with you. Then Hunter would be a big fucking blob, but he's not. He plays fucking soccer. I mean, like, he's tall, he's thin, you know, he's on the right track, and that's, at me as a parent, I make sure that shit happens because I don't want him to be fat. Like, I don't want him to be like me. I don't want him to be, you know, picked on as a kid, and bullying's a real thing, man. Like, I want him to have the best shot at success that I can give him. And the only way I can do that is making sure that he's taken care of, health-wise. in home wise, and setting him up for success, man. Making sure he's got a good education, making sure that he's well rounded. I can't just be like, fuck it, dude. You know what? I don't feel like eating mom's cooking. Me and you will go get McDonald's, and then we'll go get fucking ice cream, and then we'll go get a shake, and then we'll go get fucking this and that. And like, you could do that. I could very easily do that. I can afford to fucking eat out 7,000 times a year. But what are you doing to yourself, and what are you doing to your kids? This is 100% parents' fault. Oh yeah, that their kids are the way that they are.
And a lot of times, kids don't have the conversation, and she likens it to child abuse.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, dude, you're abusing your child, and you don't think it because you're not.
Because you're not beating them.
You're not beating them. You're not telling them they're a worthless piece of shit.
Yeah, but if your kid has a fucking heart attack at 12, like that's a direct reflection on you. And you have to be taking your kid to the doctor, and your doctor's got to be telling you like, hey, you got to put them on the Loke this and the more this, and stop drinking fucking 12-pack of sodas a week. And like there's subtle things that we can do for these kids. Very subtle. Water, like. Dude,
healthy
food. Like, cook for your kids. Hunter likes 6 things on the fucking planet, man. I can make them all in the kitchen. I can make his fucking meals, dude. Like, he's like grilled cheese, fucking quesadilla, fucking mac and cheese. Like, easy. Like, he's a very easy kid, man. And it can't be that hard. And he's picky. So I know some of these other fucking kids out here will eat whatever you put in front of them.
Yeah, but the other thing I think we had up here too was actually we don't have it up here, but we kind of have fad diets and misleading, but that kind of bleeds into the, like you said earlier, there's a pill for everything.
There's a pill for everything.
And they can go, well, why do I have to diet, and why do I have to exercise, and why do I have to do this when I can eat whatever I want and then I can take this pill? It's because you have this terribly unhealthy balance. You can't just put all this garbage in and then put a pill on it to try to flush all the garbage out. You're not giving your body, and your body, like you said, your body is an amazing machine. Yeah. It will pull from what you are feeding it to try to get it what it needs, but you really are not, like, it'll pull water out of wine. Yeah. Your body will pull certain amounts of stuff out, but while it's doing that, you're using nutrients, vitamins, minerals, water, all the things you need to try to filter all this garbage out and get what it can out and then expel the waste, which is taking more from your body. Like, guys, the old saying, garbage in is garbage out.
Yeah, you got to put the good in. Like, and that's the thing too. Like, and I say it all the time on this fucking podcast, man. Like, I don't drink a ton of water. And I know that about myself. And I know that if I want to lose weight and do all the things that I'm doing, I have to drink water. Wow. Like, that's I don't give a fuck who you are. If that's your first step, that's the only step that you change in your life, you'll lose weight. Like, I guarantee it. I used to drink a gallon of water a day, and I was in great shape. A gallon of water a day is kind of where you need to be. Like, every day. And I know it's a lot. It's like eating 8,000 calories a day. Yeah. It's a lot. But it is so good for you, and after a while, you don't even realize that you're drinking that much. Like, your body just craves it. Like, for me, like, right now, like, I don't get thirsty. You know, like, I know that I should be thirsty. Sure. But I don't get thirsty because I don't put water in to then have my body be like, hey, replenish this. So, step 1, water. Like, fucking, I know it. Everybody knows it. You got to drink water. And there's cheat ways, right? Like, you can get Mio, and you can get, fucking all kinds of drink flavor supplements and LMNTs. Like,
I love LMNTs. I drink one a day.
Dude, like, you can put that shit in a gallon of water, and the whole gallon will taste good. Yeah. Like, there's cheating ways that you can do it where you trick yourself into thinking that you're drinking something great. Because, dude, I could drink a fucking case of beer right now because it has a flavor. And I can drink Kool-Aid and soda and fucking all the shit because it has a flavor behind it that I like. Yep. Water is plain, but if you fucking spice it up and you trick yourself, it becomes easier. So there's a lot of tricks that you can do that I'm going to do, man. And Joel, when he came in here, he looked great.
He cut 100 pounds.
Yeah, he looked fucking great. Like, I want to do that.
He lost his wife because she's a tiny little thing. Dude, she's 100 pounds.
Yeah. But soaking wet.
You got to think, too, a lot of people think, like, I have to hit rock bottom. I have to make these drastic changes. I have to this. No, you know what you need to do? Sit down and look at your life. Yeah. And go, you know what? I eat a lot of sugar. Yeah. Start cutting sugar out of your life. Yeah. And all of a sudden you start going, you know what? I go to Starbucks every morning and I get a Mocha Loca Frappuccino with a this and a that and a this. Hey, you probably want some caffeine in the morning and you want some flavor. You know how much calories a cup of coffee has in it? 5.
Really?
5 calories.
Plain coffee, just black coffee.
Plain black coffee, 5 calories.
Huh.
There's a little bit in there.
Yeah.
So you're still going to want the caffeine, but if you cut all the bullshit out,
right.
you still get a flavored beverage. Black coffee.
I
like a little cream and sugar in
Yeah.
mine. That's a little rough, but think about that too. Go, okay, instead of going to Starbucks and getting all this fucking shit, make a cup of coffee at home, put a little bit of sugar in it, a little bit of half and half.
Yeah.
You'll still get this flavored beverage. It still might be 60 calories.
Yeah.
But you're not starting your day with 300 calories
Yeah.
and 20 grams of sugar.
Yeah, and that's most of these fucking drinks at Starbucks are ridiculous.
It's all fucking sugar.
Yeah, right.
If you look at like a Coke now, a Coke, a Starbucks, a Mountain Dew, all this kind of stuff, and the one thing I love is when they put the equivalent of sugar next to it.
Yeah.
And like half the bottle is just powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck's the rest? So
yeah.
But it's subtle things like that. Like I'm just gonna stop eating sugar, and you really don't need sugar.
No.
Right? There's a couple things you need in your life. You need healthy fats. You need your starches,
right.
which are your carbohydrates, but you need starches. You need fiber. You need protein.
Yeah.
And you need salt. That's one thing a lot of people don't like is salt.
It's salt. Yeah, you sweat salt out.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing. Like if you do not put salt in your body, you will die.
And they think like, oh, salt, sodium's the devil.
Right.
High sodium. You're right. High sodium. Yeah. So if you're eating fucking a bag of Fritos every day, your sodium content's gonna be through the fucking roof. But if you put a pinch of salt on stuff, salt and pepper. So back in the day, salt and pepper was the seasoning.
That's all Damien will put on his steaks, on his rib. That Damien only seasons with salt and pepper.
And it's fantastic. You know who else fucking did that? Christopher fucking Columbus. They went to the Indies to get salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Those were the fucking seasonings.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt on something. Those are the things you really need.
Yeah.
So you start looking at what you eat and go, oh, I don't need this. Okay, so quit drinking soda.
Right.
Also, quit drinking diet soda. Just because it has 0 calories
doesn't mean that's good for you.
and it has 0 sugars is not good for you because it's all a chemical makeup. So you start carving things out like that. I don't need all these sugars.
Right.
I don't need all this, and you start to whittle yourself down to like, but then there's the balance. So number one, do you need to look at a scale or do you need to look at a mirror?
Right.
What will make you feel better?
Yeah.
And then
you
look at
need
yourself.
to be happy. That's the thing. At the end of the day, all of this, you need to be happy with what you see. And if you are not, work towards changing it. And I know that change is hard and all this shit, and it's easier to be lazy. Trust me, I'm fucking there. You can't tell me a fucking excuse I haven't told myself. I get it. But you have to, if you want better, you have to be better. You have to go out and do it. Nobody's fucking coming. Dude, nobody's coming to help.
Nope.
Nobody's going to make you drink water and eat healthy and go for a run. Nobody's going to make you do it.
So the other thing I like too for me is like I like setting goals or figuring out stuff to do. So this last weekend we went to dinner with Laura and Ryan. Had a great time, laughed and joked. We were talking about the trip to Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
And they were like, that would be an awesome adventure. And I go, I want to do Mount Kilimanjaro. And they said, we want to do it too. And I looked at Kendra and I was like, let's do Mount Kilimanjaro.
Set it up.
2027, we want to go hike Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
And it's going to be rough. And it's going to suck.
Yeah.
And it gets higher than Machu Picchu. And it's a long hike. And it's all this kind of stuff. But I go, dude, that's my goal. I'm not setting a record. I'm not, to your point, I'm not David Goggins. I'm not Cameron Haynes. I'm not telling myself, I'm going to run to the top of Machu Picchu and back in 6 hours and fucking Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, fuck you. You're not a man.
You're a fucking sissy. No. I just want to get there and back.
That's a feat in itself.
I just want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to come back, no injuries. I don't want to tear an Achilles. I don't want anything. I want to get there and back, take the pictures, have a good time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a goal. I want to be as healthy as I can to make that as easy for me as possible.
Yes.
I'm not getting a hyperbaric chamber. I'm not. I would love to like live in Big Bear and do high altitude training and do all. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do the best that I can to get towards that.
Yeah.
But that now is a goal of mine. Is I want to do that, and I want to be in the best shape that I can to go up there and do that and come back.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And you don't have to be in a a triathlon, right? You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. Do it. You want to start losing weight. You're exercising. What do you want yourself to look like?
Yeah. I just, I think for me, I don't necessarily need to be skinny. I'd like to be fit. I have a goal in mind, man, like 230, 240 for me is comfortable for me, and that's, because I'm a, bigger guy, I'm tall, and I think that a little bit of weight on a tall frame, it doesn't look, if I was 180 pounds, I'd be a fucking beanpole, dude.
I've seen your fucking, there's one part of you that doesn't have any fat on it is your fucking legs.
Yeah.
We cut every ounce of fat off for you. Your fucking gigantic tree trunk legs.
Yeah, dude, they'd be fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So that's my thing is that I want to be evenly balanced, man. And I think for me, like 230 to 240 is a solid weight for me. And I don't need to be Toby. Like I don't need to be fucking, Toby. But I, if I can, haul out a deer with you and fucking do all the things that we like to do, man, then that's good enough for me. Like I will be very happy and very content there, and that's kind of where I want to be. That's my goal because I like the look of me around that weight, and it's not too much and not too little. I'm still at 230. I'm like a 2X guy, but I'm comfortable. It's very comfortable for me. Yeah. So that's my goal, man. Like I like 230, 240, man. Somewhere around there is where I want to be.
But here's the opposite side of the spectrum: is me sitting across the table from you. I'm 5'11". I'm 170-ish, and I'm probably in the best shape that I've been in my life, and I'm okay with how I look. Yeah. I could probably use 15 pounds of muscle on me. 15 pounds of muscle would fill me out. Yeah. Probably my wife would probably be like, all right.
Yeah, let's go.
Like Kendra wants me to put more weight on, but like 170 on the opposite side, like I'm healthy with my body frame. I don't need to be some big jacked dude. Yeah. Like I'm okay with where I am. You want to come down a little bit? I could come up a little bit. It doesn't matter our body sizes. Right. We still both want to do things. Yeah. And it's going to require the healthy eating and the exercise and the discipline and all this kind of shit. But this is a good juxtaposition of you and I sitting across here is we are the two sides of the coin. Right. Yeah. And we both represent that, like, I'm not necessarily happy with where I am.
Right. Yeah. And I don't believe that there's such a thing as happy, man. Bodybuilders want to get bigger. People want to get small. I mean, it's the same thing, like I say with women. Like, women with big boobs want small boobs, and women with small boobs want big boobs. Yeah. It's like we're never, and I'm not going to say that everybody, but for a majority, we're never happy with where we are.
Oh, sure.
Like, and there's always things that we think, like, hey, I could do this. I can get my hair dyed. I can get extensions. I can get this haircut. I can do, like, there's always something that you think you can do. I can do my makeup this way. There's always something that you think that you could do to make yourself look better. And at the end of the day, man, that's where we live is the society has put such a pressure on us to be good-looking people that sometimes we need to look away from that. However, being morbidly obese and unhealthy and all of those things, that's too far extreme to the other side.
Right. And just like we've talked about with like being too skinny.
Right. Or being anorexic, and that's a problem too.
Yeah, or having too much plastic surgery.
Right. Yeah.
Or having too many tattoos. We're solely tattooed. Yeah. Having your entire face and your eyeballs tattooed and your tongue and shit. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And to each his own, right? I mean, like we're not on here telling you how to live your life, but we are here to tell you like that we get it because we are the same as everybody else. Like I've never been like, man, I don't want big biceps. I'd be like, man, like fucking. I see some of these dudes that are ripped up. I'm like, I'd look good at 260, like solid. I'd be a big motherfucker at 260. Oh,
dude, you'd be a fucking beast.
But at the same time, I'm like, man, that's a lot of work to get it. I'm a little late in life for this shit.
But I look at myself and I go, 5'11", I'd look good at fucking like 205. Yeah. I'd be fucking...
Yeah, you'd be ginormous, dude.
Ginormous. I'd be fucking stacked. I don't want to do that. That's 35 fucking pounds. I'm tired now.
Yeah, that you got to pack on and maintain because...
No, I don't want to do that.
For people who have never really been in the gym, your muscle mass goes so fast. Like, if you stop working out for a month, dude, like, all of your gains are gone.
A month? Fucking 2 weeks.
Dude, like, it's gone. It's erased. Like, you have to be, and I applaud these guys and girls out there for their dedication.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's 5 days a week, 6 days a week. You have to be dedicated to that. No fucking rest days, no down days, no fucking time off, no cheat meals. There are people who are very strict to the things that they do. Good on you. The rest of us aren't like that.
So I'll tell one kind of final funny story. I worked with a guy, and remember Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah.
He looked like the Bob's Big Boy guy.
Okay.
With the bouffant, and he was a big dude, and he was a shorter guy. He was a chubby, thick, little short guy with a big bouffant.
Yeah.
And he went, I'm sick of being overweight. I'm gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
And he lost something like, oh God, I want to say it was like 140 pounds.
Huh.
I used to sit right outside his office, and this was 20 years ago, so I forgot it. But he ate the same thing every day. I knew his diet.
Yeah.
I knew his diet. And he ate the same fucking thing every day. And the organization that we worked for, if it was your birthday, they would celebrate birthdays in a month.
Okay.
So at the end of the month, they'd go, okay, we got cookies and cake and blah, 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 blah. And we're celebrating Jack and Jerett and this guy and this girl and blah, blah, blah. 6 people had birthdays and we'd all come out and everybody, he'd eat a piece of cake and he'd go, this is 37 minutes on the treadmill tonight.
Huh.
And if he would allow himself like treats and cheats,
yeah.
But he knew what the calories were and he knew what the calorie burn was.
Yeah.
And he would go home and be like, my workout is usually this,
yeah.
But I had a piece of cake today, so I need to do an extra 32 minutes. Or I had this, that's 27 minutes. Or I had 2 cookies, that's 18 more minutes. And this fucking guy was so regimented. And I mean, he literally every day ate the same thing. I did this, I have to do that. I did this, I have to do that. It was wild to sit there and see it to the point where I literally knew, like, okay, it's this time he's going to go eat his raisin muffin, his plain raisin muffin, no toasting it, no butter. Okay, now it's this time he's going to eat his apple, and he's going to eat this, and he's going to eat that. Like, I knew his fucking diet. It was crazy.
But it worked for him.
But it worked for him, and it's what he did to cut 150 pounds off of himself and to keep that 150 pounds off.
Yeah. So long story short, everybody out there, we're not going to tell you how to live your life. We want you to be happy. You know, obviously me and Jack are on different spectrums. If you're happy where you're at, be happy, man. Don't look for validation from everybody else. You know, because there's people on every side that'll fucking hate on you for whatever. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how you're doing it or how good you're doing or whatever. Do your thing, be you, and be happy, man. Like,
yeah,
I'm happy, man, and I'm working towards a goal to where I'm gonna be happier. You know, like and it's not like I'm like, oh man, I can't believe this, and then like fucking, oh, it's not fair. No, man, I got myself into this. I know what I was. I know where I'm at. Like I know where the fuck I'm at, man. You watch this shit happen, you fucking know where you're at. So I'm not giving out any health advice here. Like don't ask me for a meal plan, but if you're not happy, man, where you're at, take small steps.
Yeah.
You don't have to change everything today. Like I want to quit vaping, right? So every day I do a little less, right? I'll put my vape downstairs when I go to bed, right? So that way I'm not vaping all night and then waking up in the morning vaping first thing. So it's small things, man. Like if you just quit everything you're doing right now, you're gonna fucking hate it.
Oh yeah, and you'll relapse
very quickly.
You will fucking relapse.
Yeah. So baby steps, man, in life, and that's everything. Anything that you're doing in life, man. If you want to do something different or try something or whatever, baby steps, man. If you have that ability to dive fucking in head first and maintain, good on you. The rest of us will fucking do it in baby steps.
It's okay. You don't set yourself up for a failure.
Yeah.
Don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah. So they say small goals. If you can accomplish small goals, it makes you feel better about reaching more goals. Because if you set big goals and you don't hit them, then you just give up on everything. You're like, well, what's the fucking point? You know, we all get down on ourselves. We're our biggest critics. Small steps, man. And if you need motivation and if you want to come fucking, work out with me and my dumbass brother, we're doing that, man. So I know what the struggle is, man. I've been on both sides, man. I've been in shape. I was in the military. You know, I was in good shape, and I could run and do all this stuff, and I'm very far from that now. But I'm trying to get back to it. So everything's baby steps, man. Everything is what you make it to. So
yes, sir.
you know, don't get discouraged out there. All right, keep your heads up, and if you don't like what you see, man, change it.
Yeah,
it's I'm gonna say it's that simple. I know it's hard, but work at it.
Yep.
And let us know if you need help with anything, because we're here.
Yeah, and check in on your friends.
Checking on your friends, man. Some of your friends might need some fucking support.
Oh, yeah. We all have friends that are going through stuff.
Oh, dude. Yeah, for sure.
And in weight and lifestyle choices and things that are happening. Again, we talk about all the time about struggles that people have and things that people are going through, and just check in on your friends.
Yeah, it's quick. Text, call, something. It's not hard. We're good about it, man. And I've got some friends who reach out to me, and I appreciate you guys. And I think it's working, man. I think our message is getting out there, and people are starting to appreciate it.
Yeah, I check in on a lot of folks.
Yeah,
I've got a certain number of folks that I worry more about than others, but I make sure to check in on a lot of people, and I know they appreciate it, and a lot of them say that they really do appreciate it and things like that. So it's.
But hey, if your friends are checking on you, be honest.
Oh yeah, dude.
Be honest.
Tell them the truth.
Yeah, don't try to fucking sugarcoat shit for their feelings. Please, if somebody calls you to check on you, be honest. Be honest, because they're genuinely taking time out of their day to care about you, to call you. Be honest with them.
Yes, sir.
Just take a leap, man. Just fucking, it's out of your comfort zone. I get it. Like, nobody wants to talk about their thing.
No.
But you have to get some shit off your chest, man. So check in on your friends, man. And if you're a friend getting checked in on, be honest with your friends.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. You think we fucking fast food this one or what?
I think we
drive this one through.
Then we bag and tag this motherfucker.
Here's your double cheeseburger and fries. All right, man. Yeah, shut the fuck up. All right, man. Well, hey, I've been Jarrett.
I've been Jack.
This is Shadow Wisdom Podcast, and you motherfuckers are welcome.